Hello everyone, this is Kweku from Next Gen Windows, here to show you some of the features that were the visual features that were brought into the next update, the first major update to Windows Phone 8.1, which Microsoft just calls it Windows Phone 8.1 Update. So just call it Update 1 to make it simple to understand. One of the features that you'll notice right off the bat is right here. You can see right here where you see my phone apps thing is, that's actually a folder. So if I tap on that, you can see it drops down. You can see right around here, you see it drops down, and I named it phone apps, and I have my regular things that would be on top of the, near the top of my phone on there. So my AT&T, my phone thing and everything like that. So that's a cool thing that you can do. And the cool thing about this is that you can also, once you put them in the folders, which are these, you can also rearrange them to however way you want. So you can you can move it this way. Oh, you want to move people up? Yeah, go ahead and do that. You can drag this way, and then I can move it this way, and I can shrink the phone app. I can open it up really large. I can do whatever I want, and whatever I do, you'll see it right there. You can just tap on it and you'll see it drop down just like that. So if I tap on it right now, there it closes. Tap on it again, it opens up. Now, a way you might be wondering, how do you in fact name your folders? Because say in this folder here, if I was to tap this folder where I keep all my Nokia stuff, you can see haven't named it like this folder up here. So this folder, when we tap it, we just hold this line right here. So let me use the mouse to show you guys. You hold this line right here, and when you hold down the line, there you go, you get a box, and when you get the box, you can just name it whatever you want. So I'll name it Nokia apps. And there you go. And just let you know, this Project My Screen app that is also available on Windows Phone 8.1 does allow for the swipe gestures and things like that, but obviously there's no use for that since I've already finished typing it up. So there you go, you can see the folder now is named Nokia apps, and when I click into it, you can see it's now named Nokia apps, and up here this is named My Phone apps. So that's one cool feature that you can do in Windows Phone 8.1. Another cool feature that you can have in Windows Phone 8.1 takes place in the settings. So if we go to settings and we hit all settings, then you can go down here, and what you'll see is Apps Corner. And Apps Corner, you can see I put 4 apps in it just to test it. When you click on Apps Corner, it allows you to give people access to selected apps, almost like if you have kids in the room, or if you have whatever that they might touch everything, you can limit the phone's use. So like I have a niece that likes to touch my phone, and if I wanted to prevent her from going back, forward, or pressing the search button or doing anything like that, I could give her my phone and just put it on the Apps Corner page rather than Kids Corner, and I could limit a lot of features on it. So if I turn on settings, these things can be checked off. So like my phone has a camera button where if I press it, it'll go to the camera. If I don't want that to be available when I give them my phone and I go to the Apps Corner, I can turn it off just like that. Same for the Start button. If I don't want them to be able to use the Start button, and I want to say leave it in one app, I can check that off right there, turn it on or off. If I don't want them to be able to go back, you can do the same thing. I can just press the back button. I can just turn this on or off, toggle it, and modify tiles. That's probably one thing you might want to turn off, or unless you have a child that's about roughly older than that, you can turn on or off. But that's one of the cool things you can have. But I feel like part of the reason why they included this in this update is for similar to how Apple has in their stores, the preview screen, the demo screen on their tablets and things like that. Now you can pretty much, if you have a line of Windows phones and things like that, you can pretty much use these phones as a demo on a desk and take it to schools, and schools can use it for whatever reason. I don't know why they would use a phone specifically, but it kind of prevents people from touching and messing around with it. They have to pay attention to one thing. So this is probably the target for this Apps Corner is probably for schools or like businesses that they only want access. They want limited access to the phone. They don't want the people to be able to use all the features in it, like all the arranging and things like that. So that's a cool thing. You can choose the apps that you want in it, and it's just and you can limit all the buttons to whether they're going to work or not. So it's a pretty cool feature that is included in this update So you can see here, App Corner lets you give access. Do I want to turn on settings? Sure, I'll turn on those settings. And then protect my phone. To exit Apps Corner, press and hold the power button and swipe right. So if I press this button, turn it on, and swipe, let's see, how do you even turn this on? If I turn this on right here, that's how you turn it on clearly. If you press that arrow at the bottom that I just pressed, you see Apps Corner has been turned on. And because I limited all of the access to anything on this except for Facebook, 6tag, 8Stream, which is a Twitch TV app, and Windows Phone Central, they'll only be able to have access to those 4 apps, and they won't be able to move them around. Well, actually, I didn't turn on the moving around. I turned on the moving around apps, but if I turn it off, they wouldn't be able to do anything. They could only see these specific apps. So it's like businesses could preload their, business applications on there, the enterprise applications on there, and it would just be static. It'd be there and wouldn't be able to be moved at all. So it's a good thing for IT people to be able to manage exactly what goes on their software, what goes on their hardware, what software goes on their hardware. So if we click 8Stream, 8Stream will load like normal, loading games, and then it's loading follow streams, and then so 8Stream loads like normal. You can still do the same usual things. When you go back, you can go back if I activated back, which I did, but if I turn it off, then you couldn't. So you can see here, you can't do anything like that. You can't do anything. So let's turn it. Let's try to get out of Apps Corner. So let's see all settings. There we go. Ease of access. You can see all that stuff like that. You can see things like that. And if you wanted to exit out of Apps Corner, all you have to do is just hold down the power button on your phone as if you were turning off the phone. And then you see swipe right to exit Apps Corner. So you just swipe right. You can see my old lock screen right there. And then underneath it, you just saw a preview of my start screen coming back up. So you can see start screen works just like normal again, and so it's cool. So aside from Apps Corner and folders, that's pretty much about the only major features you'll notice in this update, aside from small little features and under the hood features. But one feature that you'll see in the future, possibly in phones, at least on the Windows Phone side, is larger screen devices. I think Windows Phone 8.1 Update 1 allowed support for up to 7 inches, I believe. I'll confirm that in an annotation, but yeah, it allowed support up to 7 inches, and so that just means that there's a possibility that we could see some really large phablet coming out that's even larger than the 1520 getting Windows phones. That will be an interesting thing to see, and hopefully I'll get my hands on that when the time comes. But aside from that, that's about it for Windows Phone 8.1 update. If you want to see the minor details that are in the update, I'll just post a link below to the article listing all the features in it. If you have any other questions about this update or Windows Phone in general, let me know in the comment section below or leave me a message. Follow me on all the networks. You'll see Next Gen Windows on just about every network you can think of. This has been Kweku from Next Gen Windows, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.